You come from above. Like him.
A god.
He will burn the world to find you. Who?
Are they talking about Jesus?
The Conqueror.
Let's talk about Jesus.
I'm gonna,
we don't talk enough about
Kang
him.
is Jesus. Kang is
he
Jesus.
is risen.
In Thor Ragnarok, when we saw the gods, Kang was actually in one of the scenes.
He was dressed up as Jesus. He was standing in the corner on a cross.
Right.
And everyone just
like,
went with it.
God.
Rama touched
No
Jesus.
one questioned it.
Rama Jesus.
This is his baddest self.
I will take my revenge on those who banished me.
And I will burn them out of time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He's
holding a
upset.
grudge.
He's
He's
upset.
holding a grudge. He deserves it. He deserves it.
Right. What did they do to him?
He deserves it.
People,
What did they do to him?
people don't just want to burn people out of time for no reason. There was something.
I
that
wonder
happened.
if they dated at some point. I mean, this narcissist would date himself. So, like, I wonder if he's like, you know what? I hate them because they broke my heart. They didn't invite me to the orgy. First Zeus, now myself. What's going on here?
Well, we know what the MT dynasty would look like. It would be one big pile.
Oh, yeah, you
And
already
I would
know.
be
No,
watching.
thank you.
I would watch.
Jesus.
Season tickets, Jess. I getting 2 of them. You and I are going
I'm
together.
good.
We're sneaking in some snacks.
I'm not
We've been
going. I actually have
demonetized.
jury duty. I have jury duty.
I'm zooming you in.
We want to thank NordVPN for sponsoring the show today. More on them in a bit. Welcome back to New Rockstars. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania releases next week, and as we get closer and closer to the date, Marvel decides to release all these new clips and featurettes that give us very much less clarity. So today we'll be diving into the mysterious Kang the Conqueror and how he can actually burn people out of time. This is Inside Marvel, New Rockstars weekly Marvel reaction show. I'm Jessica Clemens, here today with Erik Voss and MT.
What's going on?
Me and Erik got invited to a private screening a little bit earlier this week, so we won't be spoiling a single thing, and we are just asking questions.
I'm talking to the bourgeoisie over here, guys. I don't know a thing about the Quantumania, and they're over here with the secret knowledge. Okay, the secret Darkhold knowledge from the subatomic realm.
I didn't ask for the crown. You know, I didn't, ask for this.
But you're wearing it.
Thank you. I didn't ask for this, but you guys first again, be sure to check out newrockstarsmerch.com where you can always grab the latest, greatest New Rockstars gear, and our boys are wearing it today.
Yes.
Look at their sweet swag. Our merch partners have recently changed their names to Nerd Riot, and we're working closely with them to develop more exciting merch options. Right now, you can check out our newest line of the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania merch, and if you order now, you can get the merch in time for Ant-Man and the Wasp opening weekend. Support the channel and check out our great merch options over at newrockstarsmerch.com or Nerd Riot. And also, if you see another person wearing this shirt at the opening, go slap chest with them. You know
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The first question for our Inside Marvel today: what does it mean to burn someone exactly out of time? What does that even mean? Kang mentions in the featurette, I will burn them out of time. In the trailer scenes with Kang yelling and bursting blue energy beams from his hands, he could be burning people up in those scenes. We know from Whitney's breakdown that Kang has the ability to shoot electrical bursts and fry people. Could that be it? Or are we more looking at like a pruning situation from Loki season 1?
I'm thinking that we're dealing with a roasting situation where he's going to burn them with words. He's going to be like, oh, boy, what your shoes look like? My God, those be some ratchet ass sandals.
What are those?
I like the idea.
What are those?
Yeah,
They're
what
like Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh!
He pulls out a microphone and immediately just starts going at it. I would
Right, this friggin' 8 Mile. But no, I think that we're dealing with probably a pruning situation, I would imagine. What do you guys think? I mean, what do you guys know?
I mean, yeah, I think it's
That's
well,
the thing
look,
we don't know.
we don't know. We know a lot about Quantumania, and we're being very careful about saying anything to avoid spoilers, as Jess said. But like, I will burn them at a time is really just like some kind of imagery that exists in Kang the Conqueror's head, and I think it's specific. It's not just pruning, is my thing, because pruning. Pretty harmless, pretty painless. I guess there were some of those Minutemen in Loki season 1 who were like, ow, ow, ow. Ow! 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 I feel it! It's burning every cell one at a time! So maybe it hurts.
Where am I going?
Maybe it hurts. I mean, Mobius screamed, and that guy, I held a lighter under Mobius's hand for like 5 minutes, and he didn't flinch, so I don't know. But no, I think Kang is specifically going to torture people when he says burn them at a time. He's going to start with his loved ones. He's going to start with their pets and work his way up. He's going to go through his siblings, the cousins he doesn't really like, but then go to his loved one. Because I think this Kang has been painfully scarred, not just here, but like in here. And I think what that means is they took Renslayer from him. And so he's going to take their loved ones from them. And that's what he means, burn them at a time. He's going to burn their line of succession at a time, so that their entire bloodline is taken by splitting them apart from each of their lovers to make them as lonely as they are, and then they're going to be begged to be killed. And that's what he means, burn them at a time.
Damn.
That's what I would do if I had this power.
When you say, well, are you saying, so you're not saying it wouldn't be a physical, actual flame killing them, burning their flesh. You're saying metaphorically, he's going to like, you're gone, out of time, forever.
I think it'll get to a flame. Whatever, the most just punishment is for that particular Kang. MT, I got a crazy pitch for you. What if to burn someone at a time is what the Coven was trying to do to Agatha, and that they were trying to burn her out of time, and that's what it looks like, and that's why it was a purple force. I'm asking you about your color theory, MT. The purple force that overtook Agatha in that moment was that Kang's doing, was he preserving her from being burnt at a time and then burnt them at a time. And then what happened to that Coven is what will look like to all of Kang's targets.
Ooh, I really like that idea of the Coven wanting to burn Agatha out of time, because she's like, she read the Darkhold, and now she's a threat to potentially multiple universes, as we learned from Multiverse of Madness. So like, yeah, like this imagery of them burning them out of time because it's their duty as witches. I like that a lot. But yeah, no, I think that Agatha was glowed purple in that moment because she read the Darkhold as a blue witch. So like, it's like blue plus red because the Darkhold is red. So like now she can just absorb powers because she has purple absorbing powers like Goliath and like a bunch of people in the MCU that use purple. So yeah, but I really like this idea of using these energies to burn someone out of time, because like, you're just too much of a risk. Like, you cannot exist in the multiverse. This is what the Illuminati would probably do if they got a hold of you. So like, yeah, I like this.
Do you think the other Kang variants have the same ability to do the same thing? So would He Who Remains would his version of burning people out of time be the pruning situation? Do we think it's to degrees, different variations of burning people alive? It could be pruning physically or just metaphorically pulling them out of a timeline.
That's a good question. Yeah, because I guess we don't really know. I would imagine that like Kangs have the ability to, whatever a TVA's ability is a Kang's ability to do that. I guess we don't really know yet if each Kang has their own TVA, or if the TVA is kind of like something that He Who Remains created to like hide himself. And then it's kind of a neutral zone to hide from his other variants. But I think at least what the TVA can do, a Kang could do.
No, I think that Loki actually told us that like that's exactly what He Who Remains did to win the war, because like he weaponized Alioth by finding Alioth in the space between realities, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna build these TVA weapons based off of Alioth technology to literally prune people and burn them out of time. And so like, maybe I'm thinking that there's a similar line of thought there, because they're the same. They're not the same person, but they're the same version of the same person. So maybe there's like, all right, maybe this is a Kang that lost the first war. He's like, you know what? I know of Alioth now. I know that like He Who Remains used that against me. So like, maybe I want to get a piece of that Alioth pie and start burning people out of time too as my revenge. But
I love that. I want that more than anything. I just like the idea of him taking that weapon, learning from like his mistakes, and being like, you know what, off to the next world, off to the next place, and I'm gonna use what I learned here and destroy it. I would love that. Oh my god, MT, take this somewhere.
The idea of burning someone out of time, right? So Kang is kind of like, he's like weaving a tapestry. He's got this rope, this braid of the sacred timeline. Or at least that was He Who Remains. We assume other Kangs might be involved in that too. But to burn someone out of it, like to prune someone is to just clip the branch and then weave it back into but to burn it leaves a scar. It's kind of like when you what's it called? When you burn a wound to keep it.
Yeah, it's searcher. I know what you're talking about.
Solder?
Yeah.
No.
Is this
solder? We all know.
Solder. We're all
Salter?
electricians here.
I know Dashiell
Cauterize
knows
a
what it is.
wound.
Cauterize.
Dashiell's on top of it.
No, and
Yes.
there is also another word that you were correct on that's not
Yeah.
cauterized.
But it's kind of the opposite of suturing a wound because you're not doing the stitches. That's what He Who Remains would do, is he would use thread to do this, but instead you're burning it to leave a scar, which means you want to send a message. You want that timeline to still be scarred and to like send a message to anyone else who could observe timelines. Don't with me. And I think that's what he means to burn it at a time. He doesn't care about the impact that it leaves on the timeline. Like, he doesn't care about the heartbreak. It's kind of like what Thanos did by snapping. You know, there's like the other 50% of the survivors are left behind. It's kind of like what the Avengers did by bringing everyone back. They don't think about the impact. And I think that's what it would mean to burn someone at a time.
I like that. What do you think would be the leftover burnt ash? What would be the reminder? Would it just be the husk of the whatever he destroyed?
I think a pair of smoking shoes. Just like you can't
there you
move.
go. I think that they'll be like, wow, it's either a really good basketball player or someone just died. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. We'll get back into Inside Marvel, but first we'd like to take a moment to thank the sponsors that help bring Inside Marvel to you. Have you ever had a situation where you wanted to watch one of your favorite movies or series only to discover that it's not currently streaming in your country? One way to get more content options in your life is to check out NordVPN. With NordVPN, you can change your virtual location with just one click, which makes it easier to find streaming platforms at a lower price. We can even access platforms that aren't available in the US, which I know you guys want to do. You guys want the UK's Netflix. With one click, you can choose from over 5,400 servers in over 60 countries. Personally, I use NordVPN a lot when doing research for the breakdown. If I need to look at a cinematic reference, I need to have access to tons of content that might not be streaming in the US. But thanks to NordVPN, I can complete my research and get all those sweet breakdowns you crave. Plus, NordVPN's benefits and features go way beyond improving your streaming experience. You can also access games and discounts only available in other regions and block malware-ridden websites while you explore securely. We encourage you to try NordVPN for yourself, so grab your exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/Marvel to get huge discount off your NordVPN plan, plus 4 additional months for free. And let me tell you, everybody likes free. You don't gotta steal. It's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Eric uses NordVPN. How do you feel
I totally
about it,
do.
Eric?
Actually, so Kelly and I, when we were on our honeymoon recently, we started watching a series on one day when it was raining and we were just like stuck in the hotel a little bit, which was fine. That's how I prefer to spend my time. And when we got back to the US, we weren't able to watch the same show, but I fired up Nord and we were able to watch it and we were able to finish the season. It was great.
Nice.
So that's with NordVPN. That's nordvpn.com/Marvel for an exclusive discount plus 4 months for free. Before hopping into the quantum realm to take on Kang the Conqueror, you're going to want to get a good night's sleep, and trust me, you absolutely will. And here at New Rockstars, we love our sleep time with Helix, and we have for many, many years. Helix makes premium mattresses and bedding that are customized to fit your needs and conveniently shipped right to your door. Which Helix mattress is right for you? If you don't know, don't worry about it. Helix made a sleep quiz that matches your unique body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Based on your different sleep positions and firmness preferences, they have something for everyone's unique taste. And if you sleep with a partner, you can take the sleep quiz together and find something that's perfect compromise for the both of you. What other mattress company does that? I have my Helix and I've loved it ever since. I didn't even have to carry it up the stairs. I opened it, it jumped out at me, and I put it in my bed, and I sleep on it every night, and now I have no back pain or neck pain ever again, and I will keep this mattress until I die. The best part about all of this is that Helix delivers the mattress straight to your door with free shipping in the US. That's a big deal. Plus, Helix has a 100-night sleep trial, so you get more than 3 months to make sure that you love it, or you get a full refund. Again, what mattress company does that? Helix mattresses have a 10-year warranty, and they even offer financing options and flexible payment plans, so a great night's sleep is never too far away. I love my Helix, and I think you would too. And if you're looking for a new bed, check out Helix. You can click the link below or go to helixsleep.com/InsideMarvel to get 20% off your Helix mattress, plus 2 free pillows, and these pillows are incredible. That's helixsleep.com/InsideMarvel. Okay, back to our thing. The first part of our featurette, at the very beginning, Jentora says you came from above like him. Is this Kang a god? Well, I guess all Kangs are kind of gods, but is this Kang from Earth or who just developed his own powers in science? He Who Remains mentioned a lot of different versions of himself. So how likely is that we can see the versions from different timelines that are actually from Earth? Do we think they're from the same spot as the Langs?
Well, based off of the MT orgy I watched. MT, you always come from above. So what do you think?
Yeah, that's specifically the only way I like to come from is from above. Really, it's I have harnesses in my
I'm
room.
sorry, MT.
It's like the SpongeBob movie
that.
where he comes down from the ceiling in a wizard robe. That's me. That's my kink, and I'm just like
the worst part is that it took me a minute to think about it.
I don't know what I'm saying.
And then when I thought about it, I said, you know what? I should leave.
This is what happens when I'm a guest on this show. I just throw a wrench into it. I'm becoming everything that I hate. And I'm sorry.
I love it. I love when things go off the rails.
Do you think that he doesn't even have to come from Earth? It's just like you came from above like he did. Is there a possibility that what is above to the quantum realm?
I think this is interesting. I think it tells us that the quantum realm is a shared realm space that connects to every different universe and every different timeline. We have to assume that the Kang the Conqueror, who is now in the quantum realm in Quantumania, is from a different timeline. It's from a different universe than the Infinity Saga universe that we've been with. Because I think we would have heard of him. We would have heard of. I think he may be in the shadows somewhere in the universe. I think there's like, my theory right now is that like Kang, Qeng, is currently who occupies Avengers Tower, and we just haven't craned the camera up at it yet. But I think it means it's a shared space, and that like what we're seeing in the quantum realm are deposits from just leftover scraps from every different universe, and that's why it's just so fucking weird down there.
I like that.
I love it. I can't wait for everyone to see what the quantum realm looks like.
It looks so.
We've
cheap
seen a
from the
lot in
trailers.
these trailers.
But you don't
from the
see all
trailers
of it.
we've seen a lot.
We see a lot, but Jess, would you agree that we only see maybe 50% of the full quantum realm landscape?
I will always say with most Marvel movies, especially like Wakanda Forever, you see a lot, but then you didn't really know what the plot was.
Right, the context is all over the place.
That's what I feel for Quantumania. You see a lot in the featurettes and things. You're not being spoiled because you don't know what the plot is. The plot is not at all what the trailer snippets make it look like.
Right.
Which is so fun. That's the best part.
It's pretty cool.
Sorry.
Yeah, that really is the best part. I hate when trailers spoil things. But no, I think that when she means above, like there's like this, obviously, there's a microverse, which is the quantum realm, and there's a macroverse, which is like our realm. And I think in the MCU, like we're going to find out that there are multiple just levels to like the cosmic scale. And like there in a one of my favorite Blue Marvel stories, Blue Marvel and his son have to stop the coming of this dude called the Infinite, and he comes from a higher plane. He's basically an Ant-Man who was trying to come to the regular plane. He was like, because he was like himself a micronaut, like a microverse explorer. And so in the Marvel universe, there are just multiple layers of realities where things just get bigger and bigger and bigger. I think that's what the Ant-Man movies are all about. It's just like everything's all perspective. Everything on our universe is a lot more bigger than just our planet, like our planets and our planet. Like there are smaller people and there are much bigger people. And like the universe is just crazy. And so, yeah, I really hope that we spend more time in the quantum realm in future Marvel installations, because like I love the Micronauts so much. And I like now that technically they don't have the rights to the Micronauts, they have the rights to the Enigma Force now. And so I really hope that we get an Enigma Force movie because I love Arcturus Ran so much and I want to see him in the MCU.
I agree with you. I completely agree with you. So is there, going on this possibility that if he did come from Earth, not to take it back to there, has there been, and maybe this is a bigger question than I expected, has there been a Kang, just a normal man from Earth that's not like Iron Lad?
Mr. Griffin from the Young Avengers run, he's the guy who owned King Tower.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
I was like, what if there's a possibility that that's who they're talking about?
Oh, he came from above. Yeah. I think in this context, coming from above could mean just any of the aboves, you know? But you're right. It is a much bigger question, Jess. Like, I do think that there is at least one Kang incarnation who has been in the Infinity Saga that we've seen so far. I just think it's too good. It's too exciting of an opportunity to explore for Marvel not to do that.
I feel like there's also a big chance that we see the Kang variant, Victor Timely, who he's like in the Marvel comics, like he's revealed to have been a robotics expert. And I feel like there's a chance that we could see Victor Timely go after Vision, because like in WandaVision, there was this like really weird dude in the van with homegirl from Two Broke Girls. Why can't I remember anybody's name?
Right, no, there's an AI
Kat
expert,
Dennings.
right?
Kat Dennings. I love her so much.
That's my cat's name. That's
and there
why.
was a
That's how I
robotics
remember.
guy, and I'm just and like because like obviously because of Vision and all that stuff, and like we don't know we know Sword wants Vision back, so I feel like we're gonna see Victor Time and be like, hey guys, I'm secretly Kang, but I want to help you find this robot for my own ends. So I don't know. We could see him mess around like that. So either Victor Timely or Mr. Griffin, I can see being the normal Kangs just walking around Earth.
Every time you say, okay, first off, I agree with you. Secondly, every time you say Mr. Griffin, I think you're talking about Peter Griffin from Family Guy. So it takes me a minute to be like, I'm like, Peter.
Freaking sweet timeline.
I also like, I want to go back to what Vaughn said about, and both of you, how the quantum realm could be a potential level on level on level. I know that they did get rid of them. They kind of absorbed the term macroverse. And getting rid of the people that live down there or whatever. But is there a possibility that if there are different layers to the quantum realm, like complete, like literal layers, like a cake, is there always just going to be someone above someone? Is it going to be different civilizations that don't know the other one exists? Or is it like Rick and Morty, how there's like, oh yeah, we made this flugel box in a whatchamacallit crank, and it's inside. I'm sorry, this is a big question because I'm like, this is insane.
I think it's like if you live in an apartment building, you're aware of your upstairs neighbors, you don't really know your downstairs neighbors. So I think you're always aware of the layer above you because they're always, their plumbing affects your plumbing if they're, so it's always like an issue. So I don't know. I don't think that metaphor works.
That makes sense. It's okay. It genuinely, I read so much into these things because of this job that it could easily just be like, yeah, he's just a god that came from the sky to these people. Like Gentora's never, from what it looks like, has never came out of the quantum realm. So it's like, she's just like, yeah, this guy showed up from the sky. Basically,
Like, I think that that's basically what's going to be. Because, like, as Hank Pym is going down to the quantum realm, like, you can sort of see, like, the different layers. Because, like, there's the tardigrade fields where, like, he runs into those big tardigrades that was about to eat his ship. That's its own plane of existence right there. Like, the tardigrades probably have no idea what's going on in the quantum realm as he goes deeper and deeper and lower. So, like, we're seeing, like, different sandwiches of reality where different beings live. And so, yeah, I feel like once like Scott and why am I blanking on his name? Scott and Janet and Hope and Hank come down to the quantum realm. This is gonna be like, whoa, you guys came from the sky. We have no idea what's up there because like we're just chilling down here. And now like you guys coming down here makes us like believe that there is now life above us. So like now their reality shattered. And so it's basically like the Celestials visiting us. It's like Celestials are like the next level of humanity. And so like Scott Lang, and I feel like with Scott Lang's mask, like if you go back to Ant-Man 2, when he's like just big and like he comes out of the water, like that straight up looks like a Celestial. Like I feel like Marvel is sort of making that comparison slowly. It's like well, Celestials look weird to us because like we cannot comprehend their larger purpose because they're from a higher, different plane than us.
It's like the Flat World short story that like Carl Sagan mentioned when he talked about how we can conceive fourth dimensional beings and fourth dimensional objects, that humans only exist in 3 dimensions. But you know, the way that the celestial Arishem appeared in and out was he traveled through a black hole, and that is you know theoretically what a fourth dimensional being would look like. They would just appear out of nowhere, blip into existence, and then blip out of existence. So you're right, MT. Maybe Celestials exist on like a higher fourth dimensional tier of existence that we can't conceive.
Exactly, because like we learn from Eternals that they came into the universe through the Big Bang. So like, that's basically them coming through from another plane of existence because like this existence didn't exist before because they existed before our existence. It's so crazy. I love the MCU so much because it makes you think about this weird shit.
I just don't want Scott Lang to be the Celestial of the quantum realm. But I guess he technically is. Well, like he works with Hank Pym that's been studying it forever.
So one of my favorite moments in Marvel Comics is when Hank Pym grows so big that he actually meets Eternity. And Eternity names him the Scientist Supreme or something like that. Because he's like, yo, like you're like literally the best. You reached me. You got so big that you reached me. And so like I love seeing the perspectives. The perspective of Blue Chew.
Hank Pym's a dick. Like Hank Pym's like the guy who like in his first month goes right into the CEO's office and it's like, I'm actually really cool. And the CEO's like, oh great, yeah, I guess you can now have project manager title. And people have been there for 12 years are like, this little piece of shit just has one drink with the CEO.
Understand, he met a turn.
Hank Pym
That's a big deal.
Yeah, he really does. He really does suck. He made so many enemies. Like all the enemies from the Ant-Man movies are his fault. Which
he
is
made
so
Ultron
hilarious.
in the comics. He made. I mean, look, MCU Hank Pym's much nicer. Comics Hank Pym is a real piece of shit. I think
They
He's
had
a
to
real-
make
yeah.
they had to make Hank Pym nicer because you wouldn't have watched the first two movies if he was him from the comics. He was worse than Iron Man, and Iron Man was pretty bad. Sometimes.
Yeah, the what if Hank Pym was more comics accurate?
It was more comics.
What if Hank Pym was unhinged? So I was like, yeah, that's the Hank Pym I know from the comics.
Jesus Christ. Well, geez, so where did he come from? He might have possibly been a Celestial along with Scott Lang. Where did he come from? He dropped from the sky. I also like the idea of something dropping from the sky and not immediately killing it. If the people in the quantum realm don't do that, then good on them. I feel like normal Earth, like human beings, like cavemen, would straight up be like, we gotta kill it.
We don't even wait for it to fall from the sky. We'll shoot that balloon down as soon as we see it.
Oh God, he said it. He said it. I didn't say anything. Vaughn
Topical
said it.
reference. Take the
So
balloons
he said
down.
that balloon's getting shot. That's it for this episode of Inside Marvel. You guys are a reminder to subscribe to the Deep Dive, the channel, Deep Dive
Yes.
NR. This is Voss's little channel.
Thank
little,
you.
it's big. It has so many subscribers already.
Yes, thank you guys so much for subscribing to the Deep Dive.
Doing okay for now. As soon as they see the content, they're gonna be like, "What did I sign up for?" No.
How dare he tell me the truth? And let me tell you, he's gonna be telling a lot of truths. Follow me at Lulu_Clemens. Follow Erik at EA Voss and MT at Mastertainment on Twitter. Subscribe to Inside Marvel wherever you get your podcast. Go watch Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Go get our merch and then go wear it to the premiere. Maybe I'll be there. If I'm there, I'm gonna slap it. I don't sign things. I only slap things. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye. Can you sign my popcorn? Sure. Slap.